Hello again! Buyer's remorse ahoy! I bought this with my own fucking money, and it hasn't been given to me for free. That makes me better than 99% of videos out there. Let's get to it, alright? Shit! Alright. So, this fucking thing. Used it twice, 3 times actually, for one game day. Comes with this little box. Comes with this paper mache thing. A tip that I'm so glad that it was easy to remove. I didn't need to use a heat gun or pliers, though it did have a little bit of damage, but who cares? Comes with this part, and I have, honest to God, have no idea. And a magazine that's in there, obviously. That! You get the fuck back in here. Nice box, I'd say. But, Okay. Raptor, Lambda Defense, TWI, they're all the same guys. SR2M, everyone's jizzing themselves over this the second it was announced because, you know, they play that torture simulator the Russians have released to the public. I think they call it Escape from Tarkov or something. And again, from that first bit, it is a buyer's remorse to me, and it'll be obvious soon, or obvious now. First off, there's a couple of videos online about these things. Disassembling that, I'm not going to talk about these. I'm talking about reviews, especially ones that say like they're honest and all that. And I find it funny that, to be clear, I don't watch Airsoft videos for the most part unless I'm very 50-50 on something, and I was 50-50 on this. I have never heard of this gun at all until pictures showed up for the Airsoft version. First it was the NPO, and then this thing. And just TLDR, the NPO version is a low-power AEG, LPAEG, that is so horrible that I've only seen them working in HPA form, which is that it has to be a special kind of shit factor to require HPAing it as a means of making it work. Oh, by the way, I'm wearing one glove on one hand because there's a really big gash here, big line that I don't want people to show, or don't want people to see. I get it. There's some tubers out there that work on stuff, and there's a glaring injuries. It's not their fault, but I don't want you guys get distracted. You see this line, and you go, "Whoa! My eye!" Let's start with the price. Now, they're on e-bike. For those that are afraid of the customs lords, you know, where they judge the toys and then they leave the real fucking thing, you know?
This is a place where gun store owners are given a list of stolen credit cards, but not a list of criminals and maniacs. And now they're thinking about banning toy guns, and they're gonna keep the fucking real ones!
It came with this muzzle, like, you know, had the orange tip. I'm so glad they did include this because e-bike, they're very notorious for putting orange tips. It's fine, but they don't include the original muzzle. Luckily, they do because they know this is a unique one. And comes with this really, really awfully light magazine, but nothing wrong with that. But I will explain something wrong with this later. And this is not the Raptor rail. I'm not paying $30. If you know how to make things, you could just take a 11mm dovetail adapter and just Dremel the living shit out of the sides, or file it if you want to take half the day. No, I'm fucking with you. Just widen it to 40mm. Use calipers and you got it. Let me just fold this for the posterity of the picture. I even got it to fold. Yes, this is a Trigicon. Yeah, I know. Here's what happened. I'm going to do this in chronological order. I got it. instantly, I noticed something when I folded. This, instantly, and I know why. This is brand new, I got it all brand new. This hits it, and I now know why. There's a tape around it. It's to protect it. And even with the tape, it still had the damage. Yeah. Second, I'll put up a bunch of photos. This came crooked, as in crooked. The sight was slightly canted, and the stock was bent other side, as in the right or left. It's technically right, but the photo made it look left. My mistake. And I was able to bend it back straight, but here's where it gets questionable. It wasn't like this when I got it. It was like this after I used it, and I'm not a gorilla with this thing. Even then, this is steel. Let me get my magnets, because we're gonna do the whole, this is steel, and the price is a steal. Yeah, as in it's highway robbery. This is steel. The top cover is steel, and honestly, I wish this was Zamac, because the two-tone color is awful. I prefer that color, that Zamac lower. It looks so much better than that. That top cover looks like somebody made it, like somebody makeshifted it because their original top cover just broke, honest to God. And the promotional pictures had markings, like Russian markings here. It's not there. So I think this was a last-minute decision. I don't know. From my metallurgy senses, this is A33 low carbon non-tempering steel, which means it's brain dead easy to just bend it with your finger. But what can you do? But yeah, stock was bent, sight was canted, and the plastic, this is not damaged, by the way. This is not damage. This is, I don't know if I can get it to the photo, but this is horrible. And then there is more. This one's just from a BB hit, and it's not their fault. There is another marking. There you go. The plastic furniture is very, very cheap. And it came to me slathered in packing grease. Like, so slathered, it's like they dipped it. They dipped it in and just put it straight to the box. Here's a video. Bags, pursed. Very nice, very nice. Very, what the what?
Hey, Americans! Look at all this oil! Go get him, champs!
Just slathered in packing grease, and I bet you some people thought, oh hey, let me just clean this out and I can just use it. I bet you. It's packing grease. You're not supposed to use it. It's not lube. It's there to maintain the parts for, transportation. But there's some people out there that actually legitimately, certain UK reviewer, they legitimately think it's lube and use it, and then they complain it's inaccurate. And then when they clean it, they shock and horror, oh, hey, it's more accurate now. And then they still blame, like the brands rather than themselves, because guess what? Just because you're honest doesn't mean you're right. It just means you're a fucking idiot. This site was all the way to the left. All the way. I don't know why. I centered it again. I used iron sights when I first used this. This Trigicon thing was done yesterday, after I came back. But, and I chose Trigicon because this is the closest I get to a Russian optic. That also folds over. Now, I'm going to go over a bunch of problems, because this is the problem that YouTubers, they mention problems and then they say it's minor and slight flaw or a flaw that. But when they praise it as if they just got 12 BJs and they're in for a third coming. Just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. You overly praise it, but you slightly say some flaws. And that's just, it tickles me in the wrong way. Let's start with flaw number one. That I fixed, but I'll try to demonstrate it in a slow manner. Deliberately. Oh, whoops. This hangs. Let me just make this deliberate. It's not gonna like this anymore. It hangs. Whoop! Hit the camera. it hangs right here. And it hangs very violently. Like if your mags get cold, if your mags get slightly cold, it can start hanging here. Now, the solution, the defenders, the Rust 4 LARPers say, just rack it really hard. You sure about that? Yeah. I can fix this, but I need to leave it in for the posterity. Now, racking it hard. This is a zinc bolt and zinc charging handle. And what did we learn about Lambda Defense, Raptor, TWI? They make really shitty replicas. They're pot metal of the highest, lowest order. TM is pot metal of the highest order, but this is the lowest grade of pot metal. Lowest. There's a seam, dude. This is not scratch. This is a seam. You want to keep doing that, and it doesn't even help you? Another problem. Though I haven't noticed issues, honestly, but there's a problem. No nozzle spring. I thought it was broken, but no, there was none. Strange. But I didn't notice issues. Another one. Floppy safety selector. Very, 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 very floppy. Like, unbelievably floppy. It may as well be just some saggy dick. Which is confounded by the fact that this... Look, I'm trying. I swear to God, I'm trying. The fire selector is mega tough, which is not what you want for a fire selector. But going down is easy. Putting it up is tough! Oh, there you go. Luckily, you're not going to fall out of this much. But yeah, it's confounded. But this is so floppy. And there have been reports of people having these just fall out. Now, the stock. This is what I noticed. It's not just about the bending. I've shown the picture, but look at the crustiness of that stock. Look at it. Look at how crusty it is. It's realistic because it's a Russian gun. It looks beaten up and bruised. They're not beaten up and bruised out of the factory. Fucking video gamers, man. I'm just glad they don't reproduce, but look at the crustiness. It's like they bent it in shape. This one is floppy, very floppy. The spring is weak, but that's fixable, but I'm not gonna do that. At least not right now, but it's very floppy. The real one is stiff. Like stiff as in you need to really try your best to flop it, but this is too floppy. Now, even though this has been slathered in grease and all that, rust. Rust. Rust over here. I don't know if I can get this on. I have pictures, so don't worry if I'll put one up. So, despite them dipping it in grease, it's still rusted. Good job. Now, let me show you the internals. I've already amended a few things on the internals, so give me a minutos. That took much longer than I thought. Anyway, you'll notice that I have some shims in there. That's because, by the way, if you're gonna do that, use rubber ones, not copper or metal. But I did this because I want to do it on site. The springs on these are weak, very weak. That's one of the main reasons for the hanging. There's also a secondary for the hammer that is meh. Make sure you drop the bolt, no, not drop the bolt, ride it, rack it, then drop it, then you pull it out. I didn't figure this out and nearly broke the buffer because I'm an idiot. Now, here's what I did. I was 50-50 on this product, and the only video that genuinely helped me was the videos by Negative Airsoft, and it's only his videos that helped me out. Everyone else is just too busy jizzing their pants and then selling their free product. As in, like, they get it for free, they say they got it for free with no restrictions on video, yada, 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 and then they sell the product. Again, if the product is free, you're the product and you're just shilling it. Because if you got it for free, you can't say bad shit about it. Otherwise, you don't get free products anymore. I'm on to you, you fuckheads. Now, here's what I did. I had to sand the runners. Just so it stops hanging. This part. That solved it. And not only that, it helped me with full auto easily. It really full autos now, actually, full auto the whole magazine. But it's still inaccurate, at least in full auto, so who gives a shit? But at least there's now a function. Let me get the bolt out. The bolt is light and tiny. You can see it has no return spring. Now, fucking dog hair. Ah! You see, there is not that much steel inside. But the rails are steel. The guide rails. Bad idea, in my opinion, because the guide rails are steel, but the bolt isn't. None of the bolt's part is steel. It's going to grind and create mush in difference in material. But at least the fire control group is not steel. And you might think, wait, that's bad. Not really. If this is made of the shittiest of pot metal, you do not want steel parts in there because it will just grind the living shit out of it. And here's where the part that makes me, you'll be flashbanged with the facts. Why do you think your MWS, your bolt underneath, is so mangled? But it still works, but it's mangled. That's because a lot of you changed the perfect TM trigger boxes, or the clones, to a steel one. Or you just get one that already has a steel trigger box. And that steel trigger box is grinding the living shit out of that pot metal bolt. That's with everything. That's why also like the MC axes by VFC, APFG, whatever. That's why they also get mangled. Still functional, but will get mangled. That's why really anything with steel trigger group and pot metal bolt, indifference in material, yada yada. This is pot metal because they cheaped out. It's Lambda. I'm not gonna be sensible with these guys. Nah, not after the GHM9. Fuck yourself. Now, here's the bolt. None of it is steel. None of it. I wish the charging handle was. I wish, because people are just gonna keep pulling that, and I guarantee you it's gonna snap. I don't know why they did it like that. I will Dremel mine out after this video. But yeah, no return spring. But I didn't notice any problems. Also, I bored the hole out because it had burrs. Mine had burrs. Yeah. But despite this, the really chunky way of building things, like look at this. Look at this. Unbelievable. It's so shong. It's like it was built on an afternoon. Despite all this, this is how you test it, air seal. It's actually fucking good. Like, out of the box. I'm pressing it. I'm pressing it as hard as I can, just to, you shouldn't do that. If you do press it hard, you'll cause trouble, but it's a good air seal. That's good. And I didn't loop, it was good air seal, and I just left it there. But I still disassemble it because I did an oopsie. And then re-looped it, of course. Now I'm going to put everything back in. I got to talk about... Oh, wait. Am I missing something? Yes, I am. My mistake. Again, I don't use a script. The hop unit. I don't know why people changed the rubber and inner barrel. Honest to God, I'm surprised. Despite the shonky build quality, accuracy was pretty good. No, really. I probably wish it had a slightly longer inner barrel, but I'm not going to use a suppressor. The barrel is pot metal. You put a big suppressor, it'll snap out. Definitely. You really don't want to do that. But the accuracy was actually good. That's CQB. I didn't use a CQB. And disregard any review video that uses CQB as a way of range testing and field use, because even the shittiest of WeTech gas guns look good in CQB, because it's within dick length, your engagement distance. It's outdoor feel that makes the difference. And I, honest to God, had a much better experience with this hop performance-wise than half the VFC guns I got. Honestly, I couldn't fucking believe it. And I have a shit ton of VFCs. Like, diamond in a sewage. Diamond in the sewage. All right, now I'm gonna reassemble it. I'll do it fast forward because this is not a guide. This is more of a, I said something on the internet and you should listen to me and I'm not like the others. You know, that sort of thing. Yeah, me too. Oh my God, this is actually easy when I actually do it off camera, but on camera, you know, I have to look unprofessional, according to the YouTube gods. Yalla! Oh my God, get in! Am I doing it wrong? Honest to God, am I doing it wrong? No, I'm not. Holy shit, get in! Okay, there we go. Oh my God, that was awful. It's not even the gun's fault, that's me. This is so sketchy to put in because it's bending the thing. Now, I've used 2 washers, but just use rubber ones. Trust me, you don't want more shavings. You could also change the spring strength, but I haven't checked the information yet. I just did this on a whim. And then again, the people that made this, they did it in a whim. Okay. Locked in. They want you to do this, and even then. I know how to fix this, but performance was fine after my fixes, so. Now, despite the shunk build, I still can't believe that the accuracy was fine. Honest to God, couldn't believe it. The accuracy was fine. You could do better, changing the rubber and whatnot, but you can definitely feel this. Definitely. Time for the magazine. This is where it gets tricky. Or shifty. I will disassemble it. Give me a minute. Okay. This is where it gets sketchy. I'm trying my best to get it on camera. Or maybe that's not the... Fuck. Okay, give me a minute. This is a bit swifty. There. Found it. Okay. You see these marks? This is not there in some of my other magazines. Some. And that's because these magazines came out of the factory shit. It was hanging. And the fix is to just file it open. And mine has been pre-filled. I was ready to make the mods, but mine was pre-filled. Pre-filed. And it makes me wonder if that's the reason why Evike hasn't listed the magazines. It's just assumption on my end. This is an easy magazine to disassemble, so, you know, kudos to those fuckwits. The routers are fine, because none of them tore up to pieces. That's the standard we have nowadays. You stop rolling, you can fuck off. Wrong way. Wrong way. Wrong hole, honey. Yeah, that was the right way. That's it. But yeah. Magazines have been modded because the one that came with the Evike batch and the magazine that came with it, it was modded. But some of my magazines that I got overseas, they have not been modded. Goes to show that they really knew that there was something wrong with these and they're trying to fix it as fast as possible. I mean, nice of them. I mean, unlike some other companies, even VFC, they would release something, there's a glaring issue, and they would just release it. And then they fix it within a month. Now, I don't know what top shelf booth they're smoking, YouTubers, when they call this the a Russian MP7 or Russian MP9 or all these PDWs, but never the fucking Uzi. Because this is not an MP9 or an MP7. It's not mostly plastic. Half of it is metal. And this magazine looks a lot like an Uzi magazine. Really goes to show how dumb they are. And I have a big, massive, veiny ego. But I deserve it, because I said so. I'm better than everyone. I am a numbers guy. I'm a know-it-all. I say it in a charming manner. That means I have the better opinion than everyone else. And that's YouTube. Everyone says that, everyone does that. Nah. It's like masturbation, but for your brain. We all do it. Just don't do it too much. You'll go blind. So, what do I actually think? I'm not going to do a recommendation. I will say what I think is good. What I think is good. This is going to sound bizarre. I was like negative throughout the whole thing. But here's the thing. If this was $300... yeah, okay. Yeah, it has problems, but they're all fixed. Well, half of them are fixable. The other half, just you'll have to live... Here's my stomach. Half of them, you'll have to deal with it. If this was some generic as fuck MP7, MP9, or these slick PCC PDWs, even at 200 I would say, no go. No dice. You can fuck off. But this is a unique one. This is an SR2M. People wanted this for a while, and the NPO one sucks, and it's actually wrong, according to a friend of mine. Great source, according to a friend of mine. I should say that for everything. I have the cure for cancer, according to a friend of mine. I have syphilis, according to a friend of mine. And I also have syphilis, according to my friend's wife. Fuck you. Okay. This is a unique gun. As in, unique shape. But I forgot to show one more thing that I think of. Look at that. I forgot to show one more thing. Two more things. First off, the recoil is shit. As in, 0. There's no recoil. Wait, let me do this a take. There is no recoil in this thing. None. 0. When it fires, no recoil. This doesn't have a... Or at least as far as I know. I don't know if there's a dry fire switch. Let me see if I can force it. Because I'm an idiot. Oh yeah, that's gonna be sketchy. There is no recoil. Oh, wait, shit. I almost broke it. Don't do this, by the way. There is no recoil. Yeah, my full auto is rather crazy. Yeah. Other videos can't do this shit, but I can. Because I can. The recoil is nothing. It's 0. It's worse than the KWA MP9, which also has no recoil. But you know what's the actual worst part about this thing? The actual worst part? And I, honest to God, saw a video that say it's not as bad as they think. It's like the AKs. Oh yeah, safety.
And while all this is going on, you're searching through your mind for something graceful and diplomatic you can say to bring the conversation to a close. And all I can ever come up with is,
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up!
Shut the fuck up! Shut the...
This is the worst gas blow, worst any trigger I have ever felt in my fucking life, and I've been in this hobby since 2011. What the hell is... This may as well be safe. Yeah, the floppy selector? Yeah, who gives a shit? This is the real safe. So
And you don't, and there's no wall. So you can't just creep the trigger and just be ready. There's no wall. And the reset is far. Unbelievable. Magazine wobble. Look at this. It's up, down, left, right, and backwards and forth. What the fuck? One last thing. I'm very, one last thing. Personally, I don't like it, but some people do. The stock, the grip, and to the, to the trigger, since this is technically a bullpup, the stock is very long. It's very, very long. The length of pull is about as much as an M16A4. I shit you not, with a grip slightly to the back. It's as long. It's very, very, very long. Look at my arm. It really is long. People don't realize this. It's not like the Uzi or this is taller than the Uzi. It's not, because the grip is far ahead and this is far close. So it feels weird. I don't know how to explain it. It feels like I'm pulling. It's a long pull. That's all I can say. It's not a bad thing. It's just a uncomfortable thing to get used to. You'll get used to it for sure. I know I did. This is a unique shape. And for $300, this is acceptable. Honest to God. Acceptable. Man, that selector's really fucked. It's getting worse and worse. But yeah, this is 100% acceptable if it was $300. But it isn't. God, that's so shunk. This is $450 plus shipping, tax, no tariffs. It's in the US. That's the price of the US. In overseas, it's $350, $320, depending on where you're looking. Which is nearly the price, but you still got to pay tariffs and shipping, and that's like almost as bad as just buying it from Evike or whatever other US retailers. But yeah, for the price, no, not worth it. For $450, you can easily get a much better modern gas gun, a much better one. And if you add $50 to it, you could get a VFC AKSU. And that thing is so much better. So much better. And it's small. So, what makes this worth $450? Nothing. Nothing. It's very shonkily built. It's a unique one. It's unique. I get it. If you like the shape of this ugly gun. Now, I'm going to play the devil's advocate. If you want an SR2M that performs fine, this is the gun. But understand you're overpaying for a mishmash of weird QC it's not QC, it's design problems. And there's a couple of shit you have to do. This is your only option of a reliable, quote-unquote reliable SR2M. And I'm saying this in a very sketchy manner because you have no other option. The NPO one sucks. And this has no recoil, so you could, if the NPO wasn't shit, I'd just tell you to get the fucking NPO, and even then, that looks wrong. The NPO version is slightly taller and slightly wider to accommodate the LP AEG gearbox, which is TM spec, which is 0.5 joules power, and good luck. And good luck HPAing it, because it's awful. This is your only option. This is your only option, so there's no recommendation. You want an SR2M? This is it. You're lucky this performs good. Because if it doesn't perform, then it would be a complete waste of money. Normally I would say, I'm just gonna fucking sell it. It's not my thing, but someone I know is planning to make steel parts for all these, like the internals and all that, and I'm gonna wait for those before I just junk it. But as of now, all I can say is, if you want an SR2M and want to waste money, sure, go get it. Meanwhile, you could get, for the same price, you could get a Well Pro PP19. You could just pay that money for the same amount of money, you could get a Well-Pro PP19. This is the KP9. Believe me when I say this is not the fucking KP9, because the receiver is not blank. And it's not semi-auto only. This has full auto. But whatever. Hold on. But for the same price, you can get a much better gas gun. I'll make a review of this sooner or later, but I have other things to do. And for $450, you could get an APFG MPX. Even with the importation, it will cost you about the same as this. And this is a much better one. And I hate APFG, and I still would recommend this over that. So what's the lesson here? It's just a case of... Excuse me. It's just a case of, do you like the shape of the gun? If you like the shape of the gun, yes, go get it. Who cares about people like me judging you? Who cares? Honest to God. I have ugly guns. Let me show you one. Let me show you one that I got recently that I immediately regretted because it's ugly, but meh. Here's the Archwick APC-9. Very ugly in my opinion. This boxy handguard, which is a monolithic upper. It's just, Yet it feels good. Like, it genuinely feels good, but it's so ugly to me. That's why I don't get the ISO Maruyama one. This is the Archwick one. I got this one instead of the Maruyama because this has a much better build. And the internals, apparently they fixed it. But I will make a comparison much later when I have time. But yeah, for the same price, not this one, not this version, there's the regular APC-9 by Archwick, it's the same price. Give or take $50. And it's a much better internals. It's got steel fire control group and a 7075 flavor herbs and spices bolt. So why would you buy this? Simple. It's the shape that you're buying. You're not buying the quality. You're buying the shape. There's only two of these that exist. The NPO and the SR2M. If I'm forgetting something, do let me know. Do let me know. If you want this shape, sure, go get it. But understand that you're gonna have to fuck with it. You're gonna have to fuck with it, okay? Now that this is done, thank you very much. I will keep on. I'll update you guys as I keep using it because, again, it's ugly to me. But with the advent of steel parts being made, sure, I'll hang on to it. I can't believe I sold my VFC MP7 for this. And the VFC MP7 is my all-time favorite in terms of recoil. Performance, it's fine. Fine. But yeah. Thank you very much for coming. Coming very much. I please myself too much. I please myself 3 or 4 times a day. Fucking gift. Anyway. Thank you for coming. Up next on Draggable These Nuts. This beauty. The RA Tech GAU5Z. Why did I get it? Because it does this! Oh, this is wonderful. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye now.
Breathtaking. I shall call him Mini-Me.